Many of us grew up believing that emotional intelligence means staying calm, always saying the right thing, or somehow mastering our emotions. Yet life has a way of showing us that being human is far more complicated than that. Have you ever noticed that some of the kindest, wisest people you know still become upset, still feel anxious, still cry, and still have moments they wish they'd handled differently? The difference isn't that they experience fewer emotions. The difference is often in their relationship with those emotions. Hi, welcome to my channel, where we gently explore spirituality, inner growth, reflection, and reconnecting with ourselves. Today, let's explore emotional intelligence from a slightly different perspective. Not as something we have to master, not as another reason to judge ourselves, but as a way to understand ourselves a little better. If I had to summarize emotional intelligence in one sentence, I'd say this. It's the ability to notice what's happening within us without immediately being controlled by it. That doesn't mean we always get it right. We've all reacted before we've had time to think. We've all said things we wish we hadn't. We've all looked back and thought, I could have handled that differently. That's part of being human. There's a brief moment between feeling an emotion and responding to it. Most of us move through that moment so quickly that we don't even realize it's there. Yet that small pause can change everything. Not because it stops us from feeling, but because it gives us a chance to understand what we're feeling before we act on it. And in that pause, awareness begins. One thing I've often found fascinating is how quickly the mind wants to explain an emotion. Before we've even fully felt it, we've often created a story around why it's there. The emotion may have lasted only a few moments, yet the story can keep it alive for hours, days, or even years. Two people can experience exactly the same situation and walk away feeling completely differently. Not because the situation was different, but because the meaning they gave it was different. Now, isn't that an interesting thought to sit with? Are we always reacting to what happened? Or are we sometimes reacting to what it meant to us? It's strange when you think about it. Two people can experience exactly the same moment, yet come away with two completely different experiences, not because the moment itself was different, but because each of us experiences life through our own memories and our own perspective. A few words, a certain look, or a particular tone of voice. One person barely notices them, while another remembers them long after the moment has passed. Not because either person is right or wrong, simply because no two people have lived exactly the same life. It's easy to assume that becoming more aware means we'll stop feeling hurt, frustrated, or anxious. But that's usually not how it works. Those emotions will still come and go. The difference is that, little by little, we begin to recognize them a little sooner, instead of being swept along by them. We begin to notice them. That might not sound like much, yet it's often the beginning of change. Because once we notice what's happening within us, we're no longer reacting on autopilot. There's a little more space, a little more understanding, and perhaps a little more choice. Not every time, not straight away, but often enough to realize that something is beginning to change, quietly, almost without us noticing. The more we begin to notice our thoughts and emotions, the more we may find ourselves wanting to understand every feeling that arises. Yet it's worth remembering that not every emotion is asking to be examined. Some emotions point us towards something we need to see more clearly. Others simply ask us to be present with them. Grief is one such emotion. Losing someone we love isn't a problem to solve. It's something to be felt. Trying to understand it too quickly can sometimes take us away from the very thing we need most: to feel. Emotional intelligence isn't always about finding the answer. Sometimes it's about allowing ourselves to be exactly where we are, without rushing to be somewhere else. Looking back, many of us can think of moments we wish we'd handled differently. A conversation we replay over and over again. A reaction we regret. A relationship that might have unfolded differently. It's easy to judge the person we were with the awareness we have today. Yet emotional intelligence grows through awareness, not self-criticism. Every moment of genuine observation becomes part of that growth. Understanding ourselves isn't about becoming someone different. It's about seeing ourselves a little more clearly. And when we can do that with kindness instead of judgment, acceptance begins to take the place of criticism. Not because we've stopped growing, but because we've stopped fighting ourselves. Maybe emotional intelligence isn't something we achieve. Maybe it's something we continue to grow into, with awareness, one moment at a time. The more we understand ourselves, the more we begin to see that our emotions aren't working against us. They're often trying to show us something, sometimes about the present, sometimes about the past, and sometimes about the way we've learned to experience the world. Over the next few weeks, we're going to explore these ideas a little more deeply. We'll look at the connection between emotions and the body, why certain situations can affect us so strongly, and how our beliefs and patterns quietly shape the way we experience life. Not so we can judge ourselves, but so we can understand ourselves a little better. Because every moment of awareness gives us another opportunity to respond with a little more compassion, a little more understanding, and a little less self-judgment. Until next time, love yourself deeply. If this resonated with you, please like the video and feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoy this kind of content, please consider subscribing. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. See you in the next one.